Okay. Okay, my name is Blanca. I'm the social worker.
And my name is Jeff Dilbeck, and I'll be playing the client.
Okay, so welcome, Jeff, to this session. Uh, so I got a referral from your teacher saying that you were showing a lot of anger issues in class, and I received also from the social worker that you're having some what is perceived to be substance abuse issues,
Hmm.
and your mom actually called and said that you're having issues at home too. So let's start by telling me how you are today.
I'm doing okay today,
You're
I
doing okay
guess.
today.
Yeah, I'm at school, and um, yeah, I'm doing all right. Just doing whatever. I'm not mad or anything. I'm not on drugs or anything like that. Um, but what do you want to know? If I'm mad or
Well, how are you feeling right now? Are you angry? No, you're not angry.
no? I'm not angry right now. Um, no, I you know, just a normal day, I guess.
Mm. So we got a call from your mom saying you guys got into a dispute this morning. Can you please elaborate? Or
Oh yeah, that me and my mom always fight, and she always gets over dramatic and makes big deal out of nothing. Yeah, we'd always argue. She stays gone all the time. She's gone all the time at night, and then when she does come around, she tries to act like mom of the year and you know tell me what to do and what I'm doing wrong, and so yeah, that's why we fought this morning because she was gone all night. And she tried to wake me up and tell me I had to go to school, and I don't want to go to school. So,
mm.
but it was no big deal. Why'd she call you?
Well, she's very concerned over your behavior, and regardless of whether she called or not, we do know that you were late this morning.
Uh huh.
Um, so you said that you got angry at your mom this morning because she's telling you what to do.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, or
Well, I don't think she has any right to tell me what to do. I mean, she's never home. She never does anything for me except yell at me. If I need something, I can't go to her because I can never find her. Really, all she does is yell at me for not doing stuff. So, and then I know how she gets. She'll call the school and, make it seem like I'm the worst kid in the world and she's the best mom in the world and throw everything on me, and it just pisses me off. But, yeah, so I don't know. We don't have the best relationship in the world. Basically it's like backwards. Like, I take care of my mom more than she takes care of me.
and why do you say that?
Well, she never has no money, and the only money she does have comes from me. Um, but she's out all the time spending money. I don't know how she gets it, where she gets it from, and then all the money that I get all the time, she ends up taking that too. So she don't do it. She don't cook. She doesn't buy me anything. She doesn't take care of me, and so I think when she does come home, I end up taking care of her. All she does is sleep when she's at home, and then she'll leave in the middle of the night.
Mm. Okay, so have you spoken to your mom about why you're angry at her, or about what you're
No,
feeling right now? Have you mentioned it to
no,
her?
we just yell at each other. She don't sit down and talk to me,
Yeah.
and I don't really sit down and talk to her either. Like I said, I come home from school, and in a couple hours she leaves, and she's gone all night. So they're just pointless. We never talk about stuff.
Mm.
She tells other people we do. She tries to make it sound like she's concerned and wants me to talk with her. But when we try and talk, it just doesn't work. It always ends up yelling, and it always ends up it's my fault. She always says it's my fault, and I always say it's her fault. So
Mm.
it's pointless for me to tell her
Have you tried maybe, approaching her in a more, peaceful manner, in a more approachable way where she won't feel like you're being standoffish or you're being an angry 16-year-old?
No, not really. I mean, we don't talk like that. We don't,
Mm-hmm.
we don't talk about stuff. All we do is talk about stuff she needs or stuff I need and how we're gonna get it. Where's money? We need money. Um, yeah, we don't sit down and have dinner together, talk about stuff, how my school is, or how my friends are, or what I did this weekend, or what I do when she's gone all night. No, so I haven't tried to talk any different to her.
No. How does her lack of parental involvement make you feel?
How does what?
Her lack of parental involvement make
Well,
you feel? Do you think it would impact maybe your academic? Make you maybe want to come to school on time?
mm, maybe. I don't really know. She's never done that. Like she never, she's dropped me off at school a few times over the years, but she don't really. She says she wants me to come to school. She yells at me to come to school. She calls you guys and tells you guys I need to go to school, but she don't really care if I go to school. She never asked me about school when I'm at home. She don't ask me about my homework. She don't ask me if. All she does is yell when she sees my report card. When she sees I flunked all my classes, she gets mad at me. But I don't know. She probably. It might be better if she cared. I might like school better. I might want to do better, but I really don't know.
I would try maybe telling her, if you cared more about my school, it would probably reflect on my grades.
Nah, not really. Like she yelled at me, my grades suck, and then I yell at her that she don't ever help me with my school, and
Mm-hmm.
that's about the only way we talk about school. We don't sit down and talk about if she helped me, then I do better or anything like that.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your mom? Does she work? Is she married?
No, she's not married. My dad's dead. Um, and then she had a boyfriend that we used to hang out, me and the boyfriend, but then he got locked up. So she's with some other dude. She says she's with some other guy right now, but I don't really know him. I don't really like. I know who he is, but I don't really like him. Um, I don't know. My mom, she works. I think she works. Um, but yeah, she's gone all night, so I think she works at night. But she never has no money. The only money she has because my dad died, so we get money, or I get money. It's supposed to be my money, but she takes it and spends it all. But that's it. Yeah, I don't know what she does with the money, but she spends a lot of money. We're always broke, and then she's gone all night. So I think she works at nighttime.
So are you in a way saying that your mom is in your life because of your money? Because you get money because of your dad?
Yeah, that's the only thing she ever worries about is when the money's coming. And then if she has to take care of me to get the money. She has to, have rights over me. Because if someone else had the rights over me, they would get the money because I'm a minor. So I think that's why she tries to act like to other people that she cares what happens with me. Because she doesn't want, no one calling CPS or, anything like that and get me taken away. So, yeah, that's the only reason that we live together.
I know previously you mentioned that you were, I don't know if you mentioned or considered getting emancipated, which is, going through the court and kind of after you're a certain age, you could become your own guardian. Have you given any thought to that?
Yeah, but I don't know what I'd do. I mean, I'd I'd love it if my mom didn't take all my money. don't know
You
who.
know, that would be like worst case scenario, obviously, if you guys are unable to work out your situation.
Well, I think it
Um,
would be better if I lived by myself. My mom wouldn't be taking all my money. She wouldn't yell at me all the time. I just don't know how to go, what I need to do. Like, who do I
mhm.
got to talk to, where I would live at, what I would do with my money, who would help me take care of my money. Um, but I think it'd be better than the way I'm living right now.
Can you tell me more where you're living right now?
Well, I'm with my aunt all the time because she sort of takes care of me, I guess. But she don't really care what I do either. She's nicer than my mom is, but she doesn't. I could do whatever I want.
Do you like living with your aunt?
Yeah, well, 'cause she lets me do whatever I want to do. So
Mm.
yeah, I mean, there's not really any rules.
Mm.
But she,
And,
what's that?
and you like no rules?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've never. Yeah, I can go where I want when I want. Um, and she doesn't ever really tell me anything.
That's true. I know being young, you know, you value your being free and living your life. But haven't you thought maybe that'll bring consequences later on in your life? You know, as right now, I know you were also you came under the influence this week to school, and as a result, you got suspended.
Hmm.
So can you tell me, you know, why you came to school under the influence, or did you just not care? You just,
Yeah, I just had some weed left at the house, so I figured I'd get high. I don't know, like the consequences and getting in trouble at school and
mhm.
what it's going to do to me later. I mean, I always have people tell me that you know it's going to ruin my life and all that stuff, but it ain't going to happen to me. I just use every once in a while, get high with my friends, but.
Looking at your report card, you know, you're a very smart kid. You know, you have a 3.0, which is great
Hmm.
for your grade. So, you know, your behavior, you know, I'm starting to see that, you know, from this week to last week, especially in your first and second period, your grades dropped a bit.
Hmm.
Can you tell me why? You're not doing your homework, you're not showing up?
I get bored with school sometimes. Yeah, and I don't show up that much either. Um, I don't know. I do my work when I want to. It's easy when I want to do it. I just don't want to do it a lot. And my grades are pretty good. I don't know. If I'd rather go out and party with my friends instead of doing my homework, then that's what I do. Um, I don't know, really. I just want to graduate high school anyways. I ain't gonna go to college or anything like that. So all I need is 2.0 and I'll be fine.
Going back to you being suspended for coming under the influence, I know as part of the school, and in order for you to continue being enrolled, you have to partake in a substance abuse program, which I understand you've been going to.
Yeah,
How has that been?
I don't like it.
And why is that?
Oh, um, 'cause all they do is tell me I'm gonna be a drug addict. Um, I'm only 16 years old and I get high with my friends. I don't see how
Mm.
that makes me a drug addict. I don't know. They don't really teach us anything. They teach us like drugs are bad, and they tell us why they're bad, and then they tell us why. They tell us we shouldn't do them. But I know that. I know drugs. If you use them too much, they're bad. But they're not doing anything to me right now. I'm not like addicted to them. I get high when I want to get high, and then if I don't want to get high, I don't get high.
Mm.
So I don't know. They make me go to the rehab or the drug thing, so I go. And I'm not gonna stop doing drugs because I go there, and If I want to get high, I will, and if I don't, I won't.
Mm.
Uh, the people in the class are pretty cool, the other kids.
Do you see them there?
Yeah, when they go in there.
Oh, right. You guys are all
Like
in the same
group
session.
thing, yeah.
Um, so how is that? Is that a good thing or bad thing that they're in the same class?
Well, they're cool. I mean, it makes the class okay, and it's not as boring since they're in there. I mean, 'cause all we do, most of us, we just smoke weed. So there's some other guys that do some other stuff, but all the people I know, we drink a little bit and smoke weed a little bit,
Mm.
and I don't know. People tell us we're some of us are addicted, and then others are gonna become addicted, and I don't really believe it. When I want to quit using, I'll quit using.
It seems like you have a very, you feel like you know what you're doing. You know that
Hmm.
smoking weed is bad and that you have control over, your habit. But have you ever considered, the long-term consequences of your behavior?
Like what? Like
Like maybe, like you said, you do have that possibility of maybe becoming an addict.
no, I don't think I have a possibility of becoming it. That's what they tell me. They tell me if I keep
Mm.
using that I could become addicted one day. But I mean, I know people that've been smoking weed forever and they're not addicted to it. It's not like
Mm.
crack or heroin or anything like that. I just get high. Um, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think it's all that bad, really.
Mm. So are you saying that you have control and you can stop? If you wanted to stop right now, you can stop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get high every day, all day long. It's like
Mm.
I smoke when I want to get high.
So you're in control of your situation and of your habit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you maybe discussed that with your substance abuse counselor?
Yeah, but he tells me I'm lying.
You lying?
Yeah, he doesn't believe me. He thinks that I can't stop whenever I want. And he says I'm too young
Mm.
to be smoking as much as I am.
So tell me when was, what's the longest you've ever been without
Like
smoking?
ever? Um,
Like, within the last week, what was the longest that you
Probably like 2 days.
did?
Yeah. Yeah, in the last week, about 2 days.
And again, you say you smoke because you get bored, right?
Yeah, pretty much. There's nothing else to do. I mean,
Have you maybe thought about, you live in Fresno, there's a lot to do more than there is, you know, I know it might seem like there's not a lot to do, but, it's better than living in those rural little cities, you know. Okay. Okay, so can you tell me more about what your counselor tells you concerning, your belief that you have control over your situation?
well, he says a bunch of things about me using. Um, he says that I'm too young to be using, and that I have a real good chance of like having being like a drug addict when I'm older, because I started using when I was so young,
Okay.
and that it messes up my brain, and that it's really gonna mess it up when I get older. And he also said that there's a good chance that I probably would do other drugs when I get older, because not many people just keep doing with the one drug that they started with. So I told him I was just going to drink and smoke, but he told me that chances are that, well, because I started so early, that I would probably eventually go use other stuff. But I'm not going to do any of that other stuff.
No.
No, That the other people in my family did it, and it screwed them all up. So I'm not gonna use like that.
Okay, well, sounds like you know what your limits are.
Yeah, that's what I tell him, but he tells me he don't. He knows
Mm-hmm.
more about drugs than I do, which I believe him, but he he don't know more about me than I do. So he says that it happens to all people that use drugs. The more you use, then you become addicted, and then I'll just use every day. I don't whether I want to or not. I have to, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
Can you tell me if you've experimented with other heavier drugs?
No, I
No.
haven't. No, I smoke
Okay.
weed. I mean, I smoke like blacks and hash, but that's all weed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just strong weed.
I know that you mentioned going back to you said that you have friends that attend the same counseling session as you do.
Hmm.
Do you think maybe that's in a way of pressure or influence to continue your habit, or do you guys maybe motivate each other to stop or to change your habit? Can you tell me a little bit more about what it's like to have your friends in the same session as you?
No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't. I mean, I don't. None of us are gonna quit getting high. It's not their fault that I get high. They don't make me do it.
Mm-hmm.
But and most of them are like me. They can do whatever they want when they want. So their parents ain't never around. Um, so I don't think it's bad. I mean, the counselor, he always says that we should try and hang around with different people than we hang around with. But everyone I know gets high, so I don't know who I would be. I wouldn't be able to hang around with anyone if.
Mm. Have you thought about maybe becoming friends, or having friends with who have more of a positive, they do good things, they who are away from drugs, who say no to drugs, maybe changing friends or changing your environment a little bit. So maybe that
I
could get
don't.
you to, stop your habit or.
Well, I don't think I have a habit,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know any people like that. Everyone I know gets high, and they're not bad people. They're good people. Um, I don't know. I mean, I do pretty good in school. Everyone says that I do drugs, so I'm gonna do bad in school. I do pretty good in school.
Mm-hmm.
I never really been in any real trouble. Not like I go out and steal stuff to go get drugs. Um, I don't know. Like I said, everyone I know gets high. I don't. If I couldn't hang around with people that got high, then I couldn't hang around with anyone.
Okay, well, working here at the school with you, I've gotten to observe you and your, interactions with other classmates, and you know, so so from observing you, you know, you're a nice guy, you know. So I think it would only make sense that you kind of took the advice of the counselor and decided to maybe apply it to your life. I know you're young and right now you don't see, maybe the negative impacts because maybe you feel like there's no negative side to what you're doing.
Hmm.
But just kind of like a little advice, just, take into consideration, the advice that you're receiving. I know that you're young and, you want to go with the trend, or maybe your situation is different.
I don't know who I'd hang out with though. Like I don't know what I would do. My
Okay.
friends, all my family, everyone in my family gets high.
Mhm.
Um, so I couldn't go around them. I couldn't go around my friends. My mom's boyfriend, he gets high. I couldn't go around him. I don't really like him anyways, but I couldn't go around him. Um,
Mhm.
I really don't know what I would do if I didn't get high.
Yeah. So you're saying that in your environment by itself, it's just.
Yeah, everyone gets high. Everyone I know smokes weed. And some of them, yeah, I think they do have a problem with it. Some of my
Mhm.
friends and my family, and I wish they would quit, but they're not gonna quit. But I don't know. I mean, I'd be willing to like give it a shot if at least try it if I
Mhm.
knew what else to do. But I get like in the rehab thing, they talk about doing other stuff, but I don't really pay attention when my friends are in there. We just sort of cut it up when the
Mhm.
guy's talking. But yeah, he does say some stuff that makes sense. But like I said, I don't really pay that much attention when we're all just laughing and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I asked you or not, but is there a reason why you engage in that behavior, or you're just bored?
What behavior?
You smoking, or you say it's your environment.
Mm, I think well, probably the reason I use is one, I'm bored. Two, everyone I've always been around has smoked weed.
Mm-hmm.
And three, I like smoking weed. It feels good. Makes me feel good.
That's good.
Um, but yeah, the main reason is just if I don't have it, one of my friends will have it, so it's always around. And there's nothing else for us to do. We ain't got cars to go and do things, and so what we do, we just get high.
Yeah. Have you thought about maybe we could work together to maybe develop skills too for you to say no, or for you to change your ways, or for you to actually. I understand you have to graduate from the substance abuse program and that you get tested every time you go.
Hmm.
So, have you ever, what is your plan to, how do you plan to graduate from this course?
I don't know. I never really thought of that. I guess if I'd have to stop for a while.
Because if you're not passing your drug test, then that means you can't graduate. And that, in fact, jeopardizes your enrollment here at the school. So have you ever thought about the long-term consequences of what you're doing right now, or even the short-term consequences?
Well, no, I never thought of that as far
Mm-hmm.
as graduating from the program.
Yeah, so maybe it's something that you could, take into consideration as you know, participate in the substance abuse program.
Well, I could stop for a little while I'm in the program, and then I could always start up when I'm done, when I don't have to test anymore.
Mm. That's your goal?
I guess right now, I mean,
Mm.
well, if I don't have a problem, I'm not addicted to it. I can stop whenever I want, so I'll just stop for a while, and then I'll start back up again when I want to start. So when I'm done with the program, I'll probably want to start smoking again, so I'll smoke again. I guess that's my plan right now.
Have you thought of maybe, developing, or even us, we could work together on, maybe events, or, certain things you could do to, kind of distract you from wanting to go back to
Mm.
that, and I understand that it's in your environment, but I believe that you could also change, be the change in your environment.
Yeah, I could.
So maybe, maybe you could be the change.
Well, I'll stop during the program right now. See how see how I like it. If I like it, I might stay stopped. But if I don't like it, I can use it again. But I'll stop right now, and
Yeah.
then I'll see what happens.
So can you say your goal for our next session is for you to, pass your drug test, and that way
Well, I
you're
don't know if
closer
I'll pass
to
it
graduating?
because they say it'll stay in their system for like 30 days. So I might not pass the next one, but then the one after that. but they can tell that I haven't been smoking. But yeah, I'll be clean on my test.
Yeah, but even then, that's a good start. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
That'll be your goal.